Hello, and welcome to Ice is Slippery, an unserious podcast about hockey brought to you by 1.5 hockey fans. My name is Kate, and I'm the hockey fan.
And my name is Fred. I am half a hockey fan.
Welcome home, Fred. How are you?
Oh my God, here I am.
Yep. Sorry, everybody. We missed last week. Fred had to go out of town unexpectedly, but he's back, and we're back.
Yeah. That's I think that's the first podcast week we've ever missed.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Which, considering how ADHD I am, is really impressive.
Yeah. No, that is something. We did consider doing it, but it just wasn't going to be feasible.
The logistics were very difficult to manage. There's time zone differences and technology, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
So I was kind of single momming it, and you had a lot of stuff going on. So
yep. But I'm back. I did manage to watch some hockey while I was there.
And you managed to watch some birds.
Yeah, there was a lot of bird watching.
There's a lot of bird watching.
It ended up being a time where I was able to do some bird watching. So, yeah.
You added a lot of new species to your life list.
Well, yeah. No, I went back to Florida and, we lived there for 16 years and I was like, yeah, there's birds around, but holy smokes, are there great birds in that state.
Now that you're paying attention to birds, you're like, hell yeah, look at all these birds.
Absolutely. Saw some rare birds.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy for you.
All right. So, yeah, do you want to start with just talking about what birds I saw?
No, I think we can just maybe, listen, we have a lot to catch up on because it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks of hockey.
So I think we should maybe just get right into the hockey and then maybe we can get into the birds on our bird podcast.
All right. Fair enough.
We're not going to have.
All right. Well, crested caracara was one of them. Oh, okay.
Nope.
All right.
All right. Well, let's get into the news. So in crazy news, Toronto has already lost Game 7. It was baseball, but...
It was. And you being such a sportsy person, watched it.
I did.
Basically the whole game.
I did, pretty much. We got in like the third inning. So, because we watched the last 2 innings of Game 6.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I might as well see this through. So...
Yeah, it was exciting. It was fun.
It was fine. I used to watch baseball growing up.
I watched, there was nonstop baseball in our house growing up.
I mean, same. And yeah, I used to go to Tigers games with my dad and my grandparents growing up too. So
yeah,
that was fine.
So baseballed.
I was rooting for Toronto to pull it out because I was like, well, maybe they just need to be reminded what it's like to win in Toronto, and they couldn't do it. And
I was rooting for them too. They have a bird on their hat.
They do. One of your favorite birds, as it turns out. So, and then some other fun NHL stuff that happened unexpectedly last night was SNL did an NHL skit.
Yeah, well, that's fun.
We watched it this morning.
We're lifelong SNL watchers and
current hate watchers. At least me.
Oh boy, well, anyway, we can leave that for our SNL podcast. But
that we're definitely never going to have.
Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, I know whatever. It's everyone's like, oh, it's not good anymore. It's really not good anymore. But we still watch because we keep hoping.
We hope. We'll put the first minute of every sketch on and cross our fingers.
And then say, oh no, oh no.
Oh no.
But this one was pretty good.
It was pretty funny.
They did a skit kind of doing like an NHL PSA commercial. And it was basically sending up when they did the NHL Preds in the Community t-shirt.
Preds in the Community. And how awkward it sounds. And it was, it was the same joke over and over, but it was actually kind of funny. And it just changed enough, and they kind of got in, got out, and it was entertaining. Yeah. If you're going to do the same joke over and over, just give me a little variation and don't do it for 6 minutes.
And don't have there be like an elaborate setup. Like don't be like, here's the premise of the sketch, which is like the latest thing they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I think probably you would appreciate it even if you're not a hockey fan.
Right.
And didn't see all of the Preds stuff unfold.
I think it'd be funny even if you didn't know the Predators were a NHL team.
Right. It was just funny. And then the Nashville Predators retweeted the sketch this morning and said, wait, is this fucking play about us? Which is great self-awareness on their part. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a reference to something that I didn't understand.
The show Euphoria.
Okay.
Moving on, we had some more contract stuff happening because apparently all the teams are like, we just got to lock everybody down before free agency hits.
Cool.
In months.
You know how I love contract talk?
I know. Don't worry. There's not too much going on. Jacob Markstrom just signed a 2-year, $12 million extension with the New Jersey Devils. So that's $6 million a year. He is goalie, in case you didn't remember.
I actually did know that.
Good. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's the same AAV he was making before. His previous contract was 6 years at $36 million. Markstrom is 35, so that's a big chunk of change for an elderly goalie.
Yeah, he's good.
He is. He hasn't played that much this season because he's had an injury, but he was really clutch in getting Jersey into the playoffs last year, despite most of the decor being dead. So, the goalie market is what it is. I guess they decided it was worth the risk. A lot of people think it's an overpay, but I think,
I mean, $6 million seems cheap nowadays in the NHL, right? With all these new contracts getting signed.
Yeah. I mean, the goalie market's a little different, but, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I also don't really know their cap situation. So
I also don't care one bit.
That is true. Over in Utah, Logan Cooley signed an 8-year, $10 million contract.
Oh, he finally got it done?
Finally got it done. So Cooley is a year younger than Wyatt Johnston. His numbers are comparable-ish to Wyatt, but he has a full last season, played, and he has no playoff experience. Wyatt just started a 5-year contract this season that has an $8.4 million AAV. So I think once again, the Stars are, doing okay. Like
they're doing okay. They budgeted appropriately
for this time.
Yeah.
Marty Necas also signed an 8-year contract extension, this one with the Avalanche for $11.5 million AAV. So now all 3 of the players that were involved in that sort of protracted 3-way trade scenario with Dallas and Carolina and Colorado are all locked down.
Yeah.
So
they all ended up where they were supposed to be.
I really think so. As much as I miss Logan Stankoven, he's doing great in Carolina. They really love him there. And I think his playing style is great there. Colorado fans seem to be really happy with Necas for the most part.
I think he looks great on the team.
His playing style seems to really suit them. And then I think we kind of love Mikko. So
yeah, we love Mikko.
Yeah, he's great. He's a big Finnish moose. Like, what's there not to love? So everyone signed for 8 years with their respective teams. And now that the dust has settled, I think really it was a win-win-win. So nothing to be mad about, really.
Agreed.
I do still think that a lot of people will look back many years from now at Colorado and be like, what the fuck about the Rantanen trade? But,
yeah.
If it pays off for everybody, then that's fine and good for them.
Yep.
And then finally, our favorite old man trapped in the body of a young professional athlete, Thomas Harley, has also signed an 8-year contract extension with the Stars.
Yep.
He had an AAV of $10.587 million. So they were really negotiating down to the last nickel.
We're down to hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. Wow. Tens of thousands even.
Yeah.
So when he was asked what he would be doing to celebrate the signing, Harley said, for now, it's just kind of any other night. Go home, eat a DiGiorno pizza, and go to sleep. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Our unbothered king. He's just like us, for real.
He is. He's eaten DiGiorno.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know the last time I've had a DiGiorno. I think there are better options now, but good for him.
Yeah. Well, DiGiorno agreed.
I bet they did.
They tweeted. They said something like a legendary something or other for a legendary player. So
absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's super great. So happy for him. So happy we'll have him around. Some people are like judging it because now he's making more than Cale Makar, but
I think it's going to be, we're in that like, I don't know, lame duck, or it's going to be weird for the next year or two. Where
it's a shifting time.
Right, exactly.
The cap's going up. So obviously there's going to be times when people are getting paid more than other people than what you would think. So I'm sure Makar will make out like a bandit next time. And
I'm sure Makar is going to do just fine.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about him.
I do not worry about him.
In injury news, last night during the Flyers Maple Leafs game, Matvei Michkov collided with Chris Tanev. Tanev had just returned from a concussion and he was stretchered off the ice in a cervical collar, which is fucking terrifying, honestly.
Yeah, we love him.
We do. He's, one of our favorites. That's the thing with like Dallas Stars people. Like once you're a star, if we liked you, like you're a star for life.
Yeah.
No matter how short a time you had with us.
No, absolutely. He was great.
He was wonderful. So I don't think it was an intentionally nasty hit or anything.
No, it wasn't even close.
More accidental than anything else.
Those TSN announcers were out of hand.
Yes. Yeah. It was an intentional slew foot.
Yeah.
They said.
They barely bumped into each other and the dude went down.
Yeah. So Meech got 2 minutes for interference and it really just looked like he wasn't paying attention to where he was going.
Yeah.
Tanev has been discharged from the hospital as of this morning. He's moving around. So I think it's more just, he just got done with a concussion and,
right.
It looked very whiplashy. So,
okay.
I don't know. I hope all the best for him. But
I do too.
It's really scary.
Absolutely.
So. Tanev's teammate William Nylander has missed 3 of the last 4 games with a lower body injury after being cross-checked in the back and ribs during a game against the Buffalo Sabres.
Oh.
Patrick Laine out again with an injury.
God, everybody.
He had a core muscle injury that required surgery, and he's expected to miss 3 to 4 months.
Wow.
So not only will he miss a chunk of time with the Habs, this could keep him out of the Olympics, which is a blow to Team Finland, who is already missing Alexander Barkov.
Ouch.
So yeah, that is not ideal either.
Yeah, I don't know if the injuries are like worse than last year or previous years, but it seems like kind of out of hand with the names and the numbers of people getting hurt this early.
It seems a lot. And Patrick Laine, though, is sort of fragile. He is historically injured quite a lot.
I think those kids can do it without him too.
I think they can. They've been looking great, and we'll get into that a little bit. And then Matt Rempe is out for multiple weeks, if not months, with an upper body injury after fighting Ryan Reeves, which is a terribly stupid way to get injured.
You don't want that.
No, I feel bad because he's been working really hard to improve his play, and, he was looking good. And then, just had a tilt with Ryan Reeves, and now he's out for the long haul. So that really sucks.
All right.
Some general news and notes. For the week ending October 19th, our old friend Scott Wedgwood was named the NHL's 3rd star of the week. He had a perfect 3-0-0 record and a .954 save percentage.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, no, he did great. Blackwood's back in now, so Wedgwood doesn't have to sort of carry the whole burden by himself, but he did great and is still playing. And I think people are really appreciating him, which I love for him.
I love that for him too.
On Tuesday, October 21st, the Panthers played in Boston, and it was Brad Marchand's first game against the Bruins as a Florida Panther.
Yep.
He received a standing ovation, and the team played a tribute video that made him get visibly emotional. I mean, he was full on crying.
Yeah.
It was actually really lovely.
It was, yeah. There was no booing of Marchand.
No,
Nobody was booing him. They were probably just booing, like, if they were booing anybody, it was the management.
Probably. Yeah. No, it was really nice. He just got tons of support from, the Bruins, the Panthers. Everybody was just really happy for him.
Yeah.
And the Panthers ended up winning the game 4-3.
Yep.
And Marchand had 2 assists. So
yeah, no, I'm glad he got to a team like where he could really start to be like, show that he's a good hockey player. So that's good for him.
He always...
No, I know.
I know.
I just think it's so funny that he got traded away.
I know. And he gave them such a good deal for so long too. Yeah. It's just so bizarre, but whatever. They don't pay me the big bucks to be in charge.
Nope.
Which is probably actually smart of them.
Yeah.
On Thursday, October 23rd, the Hurricanes were in Colorado playing the Avalanche, or rather, I should say that the Whalers were in Colorado playing the Nordiques.
That's right.
Yes, they were having their throwback Thursday nights. They were both wearing throwback jerseys that honored their original franchises. So the Canes were honoring the Hartford Whalers and the Avs were honoring the Quebec Nordiques. I actually seriously contemplated going because I own a Whalers jersey that is customized with Logan Stankoven's name.
Yeah. Probably not a lot of people have that.
Probably not a lot of people have that already in their closets.
Right.
And it's only an hour and 20 minutes away.
Right.
But it was a Thursday night. And
there was a lot of extenuating circumstances that made that real challenging.
There was a lot going on. And also I'm very old and I can't see at night. So
yeah,
I would have had to get a hotel. It would have been a big thing. So it just didn't happen.
Just didn't happen.
I'm really disappointed because I think I probably would have been one of the very few people, if not the only person there. I probably could have gotten a puck from Stankoven.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you'll get him next time. Oh.
Yeah, I probably won't get him next time. I don't imagine that's going to happen too many more times, if ever. The Sharks had a really rough start to their season. They lost their first 6 games.
Yep.
But in their 7th game of the season, things started clicking when they went to New York to play the Rangers. I think we all know who we have to thank for this, and it's Judy Jupiter.
Judy Jupiter. What a legend.
Yep. She encountered Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini and conducted an extremely awkward interview with them, which they very gamely put up with and spun around. And she told people not to blow up their Gmails.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No.
So, she clearly had no idea who they were, and it was great. And, she was like, look at these handsome specimens.
Yep.
I believe she calls them at one point.
That was some awkward stuff right there.
Super awkward. More awkward than usual. And that's saying a lot for a hockey player interview.
Yep.
But it seemed to unlock something because they had a great night. Macklin Celebrini had his second career hat trick and a 5-point game.
Mm-hmm.
Smith had a 4-point game and 2 goals. And his second goal was the OT game winner off of a pass from Macklin Celebrini. Who else?
Of course.
So I hope they ordered extra milk and cookies in the hotel that night because they really, really earned it.
Oh, yeah. They got the big cookie. The big.
Yeah. One of those, they got a cookie cake.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Absolutely. Since winning that game, they've racked up some more wins, including a 6-5 victory over the Wild, a 5-2 win over the Devils, and yesterday they beat the Avs 3-2 in OT.
So they're taking down some names, some good teams.
They are indeed. Macklin has 18 points in 12 games.
That seems good.
That is good. 7 goals and 11 assists, and he was last week's NHL first star. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, who else was it going to be?
Right.
And then Will is no slouch either with 10 points in 12 games. And if the Sharks learn how to play defense, they're going to be very scary.
Yeah.
So.
No, they're on their way.
They really are. No, they're looking a lot better. And I will say, too, that we were talking about Ryan Reeves earlier this week, and I thought it was very cute that he threw his helmet on the ice when Celebrini got his hat trick because he wanted to make sure that there were enough hats on the ice for him.
That was an away game, right?
Yes, yeah, because they were in New York.
Nice.
He was like, oh, hang on, let me check my helmet on the ice because he just wanted to make sure that there were more than like a couple hats on the.
There's been a few moments with Ryan Reeves here lately where he's not appearing to be like the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. None of these guys are the worst, really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a couple. But yeah, he's doing some endearing things out there, and good for him.
It's almost like people are complicated and nuanced.
Right. And when, yeah, exactly.
Which is ridiculous. Something must be in the water because on the 28th, Connor Bedard got his first NHL hat trick when Chicago beat Ottawa 7-3.
Yeah.
So he's been looking really solid too.
I was surprised that he hadn't had a hat trick, even though like he struggled or whatever, or the team struggled overall. But good for him. He's a guy.
He came in with just like a different energy this year. He's looking really good.
Came in with that 6'7" energy.
Oh my God. We have a middle schooler, so we're very exposed to the 6'7" trend.
I literally hear it in the wild now, and I laugh, and I don't know why. I just do.
And our middle schooler also hates the trend, mind you, but she says she's become Stockholm syndromed by it because she's around so many teenage boys all the time.
Yep.
So what are you going to do? Someone else who's having a very impressive run is Cole Caulfield, or as Nick Suzuki's cell phone has him listed, Goal Caulfield.
Oh, is that? He said goal when he said that?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was cute. So this week, Goal Caulfield set an NHL record for the fastest player to reach 11 OT game winners. His most recent OT game winner came when the Habs beat the Kraken 4-3 on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
He's just out there tying games and winning games. And
he looks so good all the time.
He looks amazing.
And he's fun to talk to, and he's kind of got a smile all the time. He's a good dude.
We watched some like Bauer sponsored video that was like a lie detector.
Yeah, they did like the Vanity Fair or Vogue lie detector takeoff, right?
Right, with him and Renata Fast from the PWHL.
Yep.
And he's, I think, 24, and he already has laugh lines because he smiles so much. Like his eyes are just always crinkled up. He just seems like the happiest dude in the world. So he says he's not the most skilled player on his team. He says it's Lane Hudson, which is really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what, they call him what, Wayne?
Yes, they call him Wayne because Wayne rhymes with Lane, and also because he's like Gretzky-esque in the skill level.
I love that.
So yeah, no, they're just like a cute little bunch of puppies. Like
no, those kids are going places.
All of the cute, wholesome children in the NHL with like your Will Smith and your Macklin Celebrini and the pile of puppies in Montreal. And then you have your weird 6'7" kids in Chicago with Bedard and Nazar. But, what are you going to do?
Yep. No, the next generation looks good.
They're looking good. I like it. Just kind of fun, wholesome, silly vibes.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a nice change, really.
Yeah.
Since the world is a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Speaking of dumpster fires, Mason Marchment.
Hey.
On Thursday, video clips were circulating of my favorite ice criminal, Mason Marchment. He pretended like he was going to punch a Winnipeg player, and when the guy flinched, he just started cackling like a lunatic because he's a goblin.
It's hard not to laugh at that.
It really is.
So like middle school playground stuff.
Oh my God, he really was like an 80s bully kind of, but like in an endearing way. I don't know. It was great. The Kraken Reddit popped up on my feed and everyone was like, well, I didn't used to like him and now I would run through a wall for him. So
that's what happens.
It is. No, you get those kind of players on your team and you're just like, well, I understand it now. I'll die for them.
Yeah. I think he did that with the Stars last year too, one time.
He's something similar, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's funny. You got to laugh.
He's just the embodiment of chaos. And I don't know, when you like him, you just can't like not.
I would have flinched too.
Yeah. And then I would have also laughed probably.
Oh, absolutely. I've been like, oh, you got me, good one.
He's just such a troll.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to like belabor the point, but that uniform makes his eyes look even crazier.
Yeah.
Just so good. So as much as I miss him, he does seem like he's living his best life there.
Yeah. So. Yeah, he's doing well. Good for him.
Yeah, but I miss him and I hope one day he comes back to us because he's great. Halloween was this week and we all know that hockey players love Halloween. It's
some of them.
Be a thing. Well,
a good chunk of them.
A good chunk of them.
Yeah.
Well, hockey players love costumes, I think.
Right.
So what hockey players do not love is haunted houses.
Clearly not.
Yeah, we watched some different videos from around the league. We were catching up on things yesterday. Both the Habs and the Sens were asked to talk about sort of how they felt about haunted houses. And most of the players were adamantly against them.
It was like 2-3 max that were into them, sort of, maybe.
Yeah. And the rest were like, hell no, I do not want anything to do with this. I will run screaming into the night or punch somebody.
Yeah, I was hoping for some like... The Bruins did that last year with Zadorov and some other guys, right? They took him to a haunted house.
Yeah, that was great. But
I think nobody else wants to, for sure.
No, probably not. So I guess it's just cheaper to have them hold up signs than have hot faces or cold faces.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, they're hockey players just like me also don't want to be jump scared.
Yeah. They don't even like horror movies.
They don't. No, a lot of them are like, no way. Don't like it.
I bet they love that Adventures in Birding and Love or whatever.
Oh God, the Hallmark movie that we watched.
Yeah, they like rom-coms, right?
They do like rom-coms. You should probably make sure they know about this.
I'll tweet them with my non-existent Twitter.
Yes.
Or whatever it's called.
Tweet because it's a bird movie.
Oh, yeah.
One jump scare that was really funny was the Washington Capitals decided to put on their own haunted house. They had Brandon Duhaime hide in a giant cardboard box with a werewolf mask and then jump out and scare his teammates.
Yeah.
And that was very entertaining.
That was very good.
He roasted Tom Wilson for not punching him, basically.
Yeah, right.
He was like, I thought you were going to punch me, dude. Like, why did you not punch me? Like,
what a wimp.
What a wuss. I'm putting this on my YouTube, which was great.
Yep.
He really scared Nick Dowd so much. Like Nick Dowd squeaked and jumped about 7 feet in the air.
Yep.
And then he was like, I feel bad. I didn't want to do him like that. That's my D partner. But it was the best reaction.
Yeah.
Alexei Prochas just looked at him like so disappointed in him. Like, I can't believe you would do this.
Right.
But then as other people came into the room, Alexei Prochas was just laughing his ass off. So
yeah.
He was like, no, it's fine if it's to other people.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's really fun. You should go to the Capitals YouTube page and watch it if you haven't seen it, because it's actually pretty delightful.
Yeah. Usually when you see like content from these teams and it's like over 5 minutes, you're like, oh boy, let's see what this is about. But the Capitals consistently they've got good social media people.
No, I feel like Duhaime was just like, wait, this is it? I want more. Like he had like a walkie-talkie in the box. He was like, why don't we have codes?
He was down.
He was down for it.
They couldn't have picked a better person to do it.
No, he was so into it. At one point he was like, I'm going to have a werewolf hair in my mouth from the mask. So he was having the time of his life. Yep. I feel like maybe he just wants to live in a box and jump out and scare people. And that's maybe just his vibe.
Yeah.
And you know what? That sounds right for the Capitals.
Yeah.
It's just kind of their personality in general.
Mm-hmm.
There were some great costumes this year. There were a lot of bad costumes, honestly. Like a lot of just like rumpled Spirit Halloween costumes.
There was some Spirit Halloween nonsense going on for sure.
Which we know because I think we were at Spirit Halloween like a good 4 or 5 times this year.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
It is, yeah.
So we can recognize things on sight. Sometimes that works, like Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini dressed as the characters from Dumb and Dumber. And clearly it was just like the Amazon version of like the orange and blue suits.
Right.
But because it's them and like they really embodied the characters, like with the spraying the mouth spray elsewhere and just being goofballs. And also this is their second year in a row doing a couple's costume.
Yep.
Last year they were wearing lederhosen and carrying around a baby.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't understand what that was.
So I don't think anybody does. And so I don't know. That one was cute.
Yep.
Dylan Strome and his wife Taylor were Willy Wonka and Violet Beauregard.
That one took me a minute to understand, and I loved it.
It was so cute. She's pregnant with their third child, which I looked into it and I found out it is going to be another daughter, and he's very excited.
He's like King Henry VIII over there, right?
He loves girl children.
But he keeps making them, but he actually likes them.
Yes, exactly. No, he's just like, he was like, yes, another girl. He's like, it's going to be chaotic in here. He just seemed very happy. Awesome. So yeah, she was all dressed up, all in blue with her belly poking out. So it was Violet Beauregard after she blew up, like a blueberry, which was a really cute costume, I thought.
I love that.
Over in Philly, the Travis Konechny and Travis Sanheim and their wives dressed up as old people.
Yeah.
And really committed. I mean, they had walkers and like old age makeup and really baggy, unflattering dresses for the wives.
Yep.
And I kind of love it because, for us normal people, Halloween is like the one day of the year where we're sexy.
Mm-hmm.
But like wags are just hot all the time. And so Halloween, should get to be ugly.
Yeah. No, that's how exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, I thought it was great. And Yuri Slavkovsky was Scarface, which was a really clever costume because in a preseason game, he had his face slashed by a skate. So he still has kind of the cut healing from that. So he just incorporated that right into his costume, which I thought was really clever and fun.
No, that was a good look.
And then probably my favorite costume was Mikhail Sergachev, who is a defenseman in Utah. So back in March, when there was an egg shortage, Sergachev has backyard chickens and they produce lots of eggs. So he says whenever he starts getting a lot, like 24 and 30, he brings them in for his teammates.
Sure.
And Nick Bukestad told him to make sure his chickens didn't have the bird flu, which deeply offended Sergachev. He said, "It's insane. He disrespected my chickens like that. I still gave him eggs because he said his wife went to the store and there were no eggs."
Right.
So Sergachev dressed up kind of like as a farmer, like in jeans and a flannel, and he had a t-shirt that said, "Don't disrespect my chickens."
Mm-hmm.
And then his wife was dressed as kind of like a sexy chicken.
Yep.
And their son was in like a little baby chick costume.
Yep. And he was holding like a rooster.
And he was holding the chicken, and they were like in front of their backyard coop.
Yep.
And it was honestly so cute and so funny and just such a great reference.
Yeah.
Such a fun deep cut.
No, they looked good.
Yeah, they did. So I don't know if you had any other costumes that you thought were good that I missed.
There are other good ones. I thought whoever did the trophies.
Oh, Jacob Markstrom and his wife.
Yeah, the tennis players.
Yes, they dressed as the tennis trophies.
I thought they sold it pretty well. I don't remember any others off the top of my head. He Klum was good again.
She is not a hockey player, but she did in fact do the thing.
Yeah,
that she does.
There was some good stuff out there.
There was. So we're Halloween people.
Yeah,
I've had my skull decor up since August, and it will stay there through January.
Yep.
January, because we celebrate what I call Halloween-mas in my house, and that's fine, and that's cool.
Yeah, no, good times out there.
Good times, great oldies.
I think I will say I think the crack in with just all doing the
Adam Sandler
stuff was kind of but I guess whatever, he was there.
Yeah, I don't really get it, but
yeah, it's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So, all right. Should we move on and talk about our teams? Because we have a lot to cover.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Holy smokes. I'm going to need a coffee break.
Right? Well, since we haven't recorded in 2 weeks, I'm not going to like go game by game or anything. I kind of broke it down into a little bit higher level summary.
That's good because, I was hoping you could kind of get me up to speed on things. I'm sure I'll remember some stuff.
Yeah, I know you watched what you could. And obviously, sometimes we can't watch all the Flyers games if they conflict with the Stars.
Yep.
But I will just say, sort of big picture overview, I'm going to start with the Flyers.
Okay.
Since our last episode, the Flyers have played 6 games and won 4 of them.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. They are looking good.
Yeah, no, they are always fun to watch, but it's also even more fun when they actually win or like manage to, find a way, as they say.
Exactly, which is a lot of what the Flyers do.
Yeah.
Just finding a way, the Flyers story. So one of the losses, too, was a really narrow one. It was a 2-1 loss to the Senators. So it wasn't even like a huge blowout.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool, too. So some of the more memorable moments over that time span: on Monday the 20th, the Flyers hosted the Kraken and defeated them 5-2. 2 of the Flyers' goals came from Owen Tippett. So I guess he heard you talking shit and was like, hey, I can still do stuff.
I mean, I turned Robertson around. I guess I can turn Tippett around too.
Yes, exactly. Just pick a player and target them, and then they'll do okay.
Yeah.
So I like it. TK also scored his first goal of the season in that game. So
yeah, I was surprised he hadn't scored a goal up until that point. I think we flipped it on like a second after it happened and got like the immediate replay on that one.
Yeah, no, it was really nice. It's he's having a bit of a slow start, but it is what it is.
It is. He's used to that. It's not like he gets up in his head about that kind of stuff.
No, of course not. He's totally fine and normal and definitely doesn't beat the shit out of himself. So, like that's the thing about TK. He'll beat other people up, but he'll beat himself up too.
Yeah.
And he's equal opportunity that way. The following Saturday, the Islanders were in Philly and they started the game by going up 2-0. But then halfway through the second period, Christian Dvorak scored off of a super sick pass from Trevor Zegras, where Zegras wasn't even like looking at him. He was looking in the other direction, but got the puck like right to his tape in front of the net. And he just had to tap it in.
Yeah, that Zegras kid is good for that organization.
He's doing great. He has just been like a passing assist machine. And then Dvorak returned the favor. He charged into the offensive zone and he tied up 2 defensemen while simultaneously feeding the puck back to Zegras, who got it in the net. And that was Trevor's first goal as a Flyer.
Oh, good for him.
So, yeah. The Islanders did score again, but then the Flyers tied it up with a scrambling net front goal that was ultimately credited to Zegras. So he had his first 2 goals in that game. And then the game went to a shootout and the Flyers won it thanks to goals from Michkov and, you guessed it, Trevor Zegras.
That kid.
The hero of the game.
Yeah.
So, no, he was really just on fire. And he's so fun to watch in shootouts.
Yeah, that's his thing, right?
Yeah, he's the second best shootout player of all time in the NHL.
And he's played like 30 games.
He's just insane. He has like 63+% in the shootout. Like he's nuts. So he is like a weapon.
Yep. No, I'm happy he's on the team, and the interviews with him, he's not a boring hockey player that's like media trained and doesn't say anything.
He's so fun. Somebody made like a super cut of a bunch of his recent interviews, and he always at the end like thanks the interviewer by name. Hey. And it's just like such a small detail, but he's like, thanks, Linda. Thanks, Susan. Like, well, Jane, like he just knows everybody and is engaged with everybody. And
that's a skill.
It really is.
I do that with people I end up interacting with at work that I don't know, and I have to write their name down at the start so that I can reference it at the end. But
yeah, no, it's just really nice. It's like a nice personal touch.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I feel bad thinking this because he's so early in his career, but I can't wait to see what his post-career is going to be, because like he'd be one of those guys who goes into broadcasting and is actually really fucking good at it.
Unlike whatever his name is, Ochi?
TJ Oshie.
Oh, he's got to stop. Get rid of that guy. End his contract, man.
It's not great.
It's not great.
It's not great.
No, he's got to go.
No.
I'd take Biz over him any day.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Right? Give me Cheesecake Factory over
Oshie.
Yeah.
More like OSHA. He's a workplace hazard. That's a boring old person joke. Anyway, Tuesday was the Frozen Frenzy, and it was the opening national broadcast game of the night was the rivalry matchup between the Penguins and the Flyers.
Yep.
So the game was tied 1-1 at the end of the first, and in the second period, Travis Konechny got the go-ahead goal, which happened to be his 200th career goal.
Very cool.
So hitting milestone.
Yeah.
unfortunately, the Penguins did tie it up halfway through the third with a goal from Sidney Crosby, which was just one of those ones that took all kinds of wacky bounces. Like Sidney shot it from kind of behind the goal and it like went off of Sealer's stick and then like off of Urson's stick. And it was really just sort of, Sidney Crosby was the conduit more than the goal scorer.
It was off the rafters.
Yeah, nothing but net.
Nothing but net kind of thing, yeah.
Very that. So that ended up sending the game to OT. And then OT got a little spicy because as the clock ran out at the end of the 5 minutes, a brawl broke out, which this was like a tricky game for me because the Stars were playing right after the Flyers. So I just switched channels to watch it. They were showing it like split screen for a while.
This was the one I watched while away.
You were in Florida. Yeah. I was here and you were watching it on like a split screen. I was able to switch to ESPN News or whatever and just watch the Stars.
Yep.
So I didn't really get to see everything, but from what it sounds like,
I was texting you during. I was like, "Oh, you got to go back and watch this. This was like wacky races at the end. It was super fun."
It was. So it sounds like maybe a Penguins player slashed Zegras, and then he got back into it, and then kind of a brawl broke out.
Yeah,
and then it culminated with one of the Penguins players, Acciari, was down on the ice, kind of on all fours, and Zegras took his helmet off.
Yeah, knocked him in the back of the head.
While
like he was in the arms, the arms of a ref. That sounds weird, but yeah.
In the arms of the ref. So, and then Sidney Crosby jumped off the bench, which is a big no-no.
Yeah, I learned that you can't do that.
You definitely cannot do that.
Nope, that was a new rule. I guess I would have assumed like if somebody asked, can you jump off the bench if you're not supposed to be on the ice? I'd be like, probably not.
Right.
Probably a rule against that.
But yes, that was confirmation. So in the fallout, they got it all settled. So Sidney Crosby was not allowed to shoot in the shootout.
No, nor Zegras.
But then Zegras was also not allowed to shoot in the shootout, which is not good because, as we know, he's our shootout weapon.
Yeah.
But Michkov scored for the Flyers, and then Malkin scored for the Penguins, and then Bobby Brink scored an absolutely disgusting shootout goal. And Urson shut down the final Penguins player and closed out his second shootout in a row.
Nice.
So for the Flyers, which is great. And Zegras did give a post-game interview and talked about how like he and Brink were just working together on that shootout goal.
Cool.
So just shootout wizard Trevor Zegras, just doing his thing. Doesn't even have to be on the ice to contribute.
Yeah. No, that was a fun game. I've been enjoying the Penguins, as you know, because I like Sidney Crosby now, but also because they actually look good and they're fun to watch too. I don't know, we should just move to Pennsylvania.
I mean, I am spiritually Philadelphian, so.
Our daughter did always tell people she was born in Pennsylvania.
Because she didn't want people to know she was from Florida.
Yeah.
So she would just lie and say she was from Pennsylvania, even though she's never been there and doesn't know anything about it.
Maybe then we get two hockey teams in one state.
It's a pretty good idea, honestly. We do miss the East Coast a little bit, but
I tell you what, after being on the East Coast for a week, I do not miss the times that sporting events started on the East Coast. I think Mountain is pretty sweet spot for watching sports live.
That is a good point. That is true. I will also say you have another good reason to like the Penguins. They're a bird.
Oh, they probably are, aren't they?
The team is named after a bird.
That's a bird, right?
That is a bird.
Yeah.
So it's flightless bird, but it's a bird.
Cool.
So, yeah, there you go, Birdman.
Birdman.
Anyway, on Thursday, the Flyers hosted the Nashville Predators.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
The Flyers flying. That birds fly.
They do.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Pennsylvania, here we come.
All right.
We're going to Amish country.
Okay. Oh God, I love pie.
Yeah,
Amish
right.
people make good pies.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry. I've derailed us.
I mean, it's a story of my life.
Absolutely.
Anyway, on Thursday, the Flyers hosted the Nashville Predators. Trevor Zegras opened the scoring, and then his bi-coastal bestie, Jamie Drysdale, scored his first goal of the season off of an assist from Michkov. And Trevor was on the ice and was very excited for Jamie, which was cute.
Yeah.
Later, Zegras scored another, so he's up to 4 goals on the season. And then TK hit the empty net goal to clinch the game 4-1. Also, this reminds me of, another thing from Halloween. They did a thing where they were asking hockey players, like, what were their favorite costumes from the past. Maybe it was just Flyers players.
It might have been. Yeah, that might have been a
Flyers
thing.
So Jamie, instead of listing a costume that he's actually worn, talked about the time that he and Trevor were going to dress up as the characters from Blades of Glory.
Right.
And they had these skin-tight bodysuits. He was very explicit about the skin-tight bodysuits they were going to wear.
Yep.
And then for whatever reason, it didn't happen, but he was like very regretful that they had not gotten to do that. And, usually Trevor's the one who's very like over the top about their relationship. And you're kind of like, oh, poor Jamie, just along for the ride. But then Jamie will bust out with things like, my favorite Halloween costume is the one that I never wore that was a skin-tight onesie with my BFF.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are absolutely not normal about each other, and it is a two-way street. So.
Yeah. It takes two to tango.
It certainly does. It certainly does. Trevor Zegras may be leading the tango, but Jamie Drysdale is following along very willingly.
Absolutely.
So I thought that was very funny and charming. But anyway, the Preds game, Flyers win 4-1. And then we did not watch last night's game against the Maple Leafs because it wasn't available to us.
1 second.
Oh, yes.
We did watch that Predators game, or I did, or something.
We watched parts of it. I think we were flipping over during breaks.
The Predators look like the Islanders from last year. Or so they look, I don't know what it is, but they are not good to watch. And they played pretty well, but I don't know. Can't stand anything about it.
Well, Matthew Schaefer brought charisma to Long Island.
And what's his face left? Lou.
Oh, yeah. Lou left the island.
Yep.
So
Lou left the island.
Lou left the island. So New York Islanders players are allowed to have personality again. Right. And Schaefer brought the charisma.
Yeah.
So
those Predators are whack though anyway.
No, they truly are. There is no U2 concert that's going to fix what's going on with them.
No.
It was not looking great. So anyway, last night's game was against the Maple Leafs. And this year I am not paying for every single streaming service like I did last year.
We're
still paying way too much money to watch hockey, but we're not as comprehensive.
No, we couldn't. There's a couple games we're not going to see this year for sure.
We can't watch Avalanche games because we're not paying to watch that local broadcast.
We're not doing Sling or Fubo.
We're not doing Fubo, which had the Avalanche network and then also NHL network. So anyway, so we didn't see that, but I don't really care because they lost 5-2.
Yeah.
So
if we really need to see them, we obviously know how to.
Yes, but it's fine. We had other things.
And we can always go to the games, but whatever. We can't do that all the time either.
I mean, we definitely couldn't go to the Flyers game last night.
No, definitely not.
We did talk about what happened with Chris Tanev last night, which was terrible, but there was a good fun moment that went around. I sent you the clip of it last night. There was a scrum that kind of broke out along the boards, and Anthony Stolarz skated up and just plucked Trevor Zegras right out of it.
Yep.
By like the back of his collar and dragged him away like a kitten,
like a mama kitten,
just scruffing the newborn.
Like absolutely not. You're not getting involved in this.
Just no, thank you.
You don't need to be over there.
And Trevor didn't fight it at all. He just allowed himself to be guided away, but just kept yapping the whole time.
Yep. No, it was super cute.
It was so cute, and they were both on the Ducks at the same time.
Yeah.
So, some people are like, oh, probably Stolarz was just like, oh, no, no, we can't. No, maybe just leftover protective impulses.
Yeah.
Or just, I don't want to subject my new team to this guy's yapping. Either way,
it was adorable.
We have to remove this child from this pile of humanity. And it was really funny. So I really liked it. Dvorak and Forrester were the goal scorers for the game for the Flyers, and Zegras did have another gorgeous assist on the Forrester goal.
Yeah, Forrester's looking
fire. Yeah, he looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So Trevor Zegras now has 12 points in 10 games and is looking absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
So I think he's been a great fit for the Flyers, and he's, maybe having a little career resurgence, which is fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's good. I think Tocchet is doing his thing, whatever it is.
Taco.
Yeah, it seems, I don't know anything about actual coaching, but it seems a little more hands-off than Torts or something. They just seem to be a little looser out there. They seem to be figuring things out and finding a way, whatever, so. No,
you kind of described him as like an absentee father the other day, and it does kind of have that energy. I kind of forget he's around,
right?
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
he just really seems to be just letting them cook.
That's what it seems like.
Which is not at all, I think, how a lot of us thought it would go.
And maybe it's not, but that's how it feels from the outside.
Yeah, just from surface appearances.
Yeah.
And it is delightful to me that he's just like, that Trevor, he is a weirdo, but everybody sure likes him. So sure, let's let him do his thing. Yeah. And I love that for him. Like,
he's like not a, he's what do they call it? Helicopter parent? He's like not that, or he is that.
He's like a free range parent.
He's a free range parent.
Yeah. He's just letting those kids just walk to school by themselves unattended.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really fun and not what I expected at all. So I'm having a good time. It's wild.
Yeah.
So good for them. I don't know. I hope they keep on doing what they're doing.
I don't know. They're cooking out there.
They really are. Yeah. No, that Dvorak, Zegras, Michkov line is just, the chemistry is great. The Brink Cates Forrester line continues to be really good.
Yep.
TK and Coots and Tippett together have been having some good things happen.
Yep.
Coots is injured right now.
Of course he is.
Caught a puck during a game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll allow that one. That's
that's not his fault. But he should be back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this on the podcast or to you, but he's been looking like good this year. Like,
he looks faster. He looks stronger. Yeah, so
I think he's bringing whatever presence it is that he brings. He's doing it. He's doing the thing.
Yeah, he is. Jamie Drysdale's been looking really good.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm happy with them. They look good. They're still a hot mess in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, like an appealing hot mess.
Yeah. And I don't think we've seen what Michkov is capable of yet this year. I still feel like he's kind of finding his way.
He had a bit of a slow start, but gosh, like when he does things, like he had some kind of play at the boards to get the puck out that everyone is like, the vision. Right. I mean, he's so good.
Yep.
So, and then, off ice, they seem to be vibing too. I guess TK and Trevor Zegras are getting along really well. There is some like post-game interview or something that TK was getting interviewed by Jason Miradis, and they asked something about like, who's a really good player or something. And TK was like, it's Trevor Zegras, like really loud because Trevor was in their room and he like wanted to be sure Trevor heard him say it.
Yeah.
And there was a video where they were talking about like in a zombie apocalypse who would survive. Mm-hmm. And Trevor was the only one who said TK.
Yep.
Which I was like, my concern in the zombie apocalypse would be that TK would bite the zombies.
Yeah, he'd get mad and just bite him back.
Yeah, like a zombie would bite him and he'd be like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
You nerd.
You fucking nerd.
You fucking nerd. And then you just chomp them right back. And then you just have a lot of zombies acting like TK, which is the last thing we need in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, if they got the TK DNA or whatever.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. That's the scariest zombie movie I've ever heard. And I love TK, but wow. Nope, don't want that.
All right, sorry. I feel like I derailed us towards getting done with the Flyers, but
no, that's okay. I was actually wrapping up there.
Okay, cool.
So, all right. Should we move on to the Stars?
Let's do that thing.
All right. So the Stars have not had as much success as the Flyers. They've played 7 games since we recorded last, and their record is 3 wins, 1 loss, and 3 OT losses.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm actually not stressing too hard yet. We are still absolutely plagued by injuries, and we haven't iced anywhere close to a complete lineup in weeks now. And even with all those losses, we're still coming away with some points.
Yeah.
We're approximately 15% of the way into the season. You know, hockey is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yep.
Like, it's just so early. Like, many things are still going to happen. Absolutely. So, like, believe me, I'm not afraid to panic. Like, I will panic. I will panic long and loud, but I'm just not there yet. I just don't think it's time yet. So let's just revisit the injury situation up to the point of our last recording.
Sounds good.
Jamie Benn has not played yet this season due to a collapsed lung.
Ouch.
Oscar Beck hadn't played at all because of a preseason injury. Matt Duchene was injured on October 14th when he took a big hit from Jake Middleton against the Minnesota Wild. He was out the next game on the 16th, played on the 18th, and then has been out ever since then, presumably with a concussion. Nils Lundqvist left the game against the Canucks early on October 16th with a lower body injury and hasn't been back since then. So that was the status when we played the Blue Jackets on Tuesday, October 21st. And I'll be honest, we looked god-awful that game. We lost 5-1 that game.
That game sucked.
It was terrible.
The game sucked.
And I don't even know if we can blame that one on being decimated by injuries because, like, we had so many defensive breakdowns. I mean, Miro and Harley both looked really terrible.
Yep.
Just like a cascade of defensive breakdowns. And we only had 23 shots on goal. So it wasn't like the offense was making up for the defense.
No, that was, I think after that game, I was like, that was not a fun game to, like, regardless of winning or losing. Like, it wasn't, I guess if you're a Blue Jacket fan, you're fine with it. But
probably. But yeah, it was grim. It was really grim.
Just wasn't a fun game.
And we had a really scary moment in that game when Rope Hintz caught a puck to the face. He did return later to the game with a Band-Aid. It was very like Nelly circa 2000s.
Okay. No,
That's a very niche reference.
No, I know. I do get that reference.
We found out later that he got 8 stitches to the inside and outside of his chin and jaw area. And as we all know, the Stars were cursed to take pucks to the face last year, and it looks like that has continued. But we were all just happy that Rope managed to make it back to the game and not suffer a long-term injury.
Right.
This is foreshadowing, by the way.
Oh, okay.
On Thursday, the 23rd, we hosted the LA Kings, and this was a much tighter game. We made it out of regulation tied 2-2. Of course, the second Kings goal was courtesy of Cody Ceci and his first time facing the Stars since parting ways with us. This is, of course, a great Dallas Stars tradition. When somebody leaves the Stars, they go play somewhere else and immediately score on us.
Right. Yeah. And you said that like a while before he, like, I feel like you said that at the start of the game. Like, Cece's probably going to score a goal.
I think I did. I was like, Cece's not a known goal scorer, but if he is going to score, it's going to be on us.
Right.
Something along those lines.
Yep.
And sure enough, like, he didn't score in his entire time he was with us.
Right. Exactly.
So, and he has not scored since leaving us. But of course, his first goal since leaving the Sharks was against us, because of course it was.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was great. That was awesome. We did make it into overtime, but the Kings scored about 37 seconds into OT and won the game. Mm-hmm. But we took a point, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know?
There's been a lot of, hey, well, at least we got a point.
A lot of that. Yep. That has been a mantra in this house.
Yep.
On Saturday, the 25th, we hosted the Hurricanes. It was Logan Stankoven's first game back since he was traded, and the Stars did a video tribute highlighting his time with the organization, and he received a really loud ovation from the crowd, which was nice. Logan actually broke tradition and did not score against us, which was very thoughtful of him because we really needed a win. And we pulled one off.
Nice.
We went down 2-0 with 11 seconds left in the first period, but then a minute into the second period, Miro Heiskanen carried the puck pretty much 200 feet, casually skated through basically the entire Carolina lineup and scored his first goal of the season. And then 5 minutes after that, Stam Steele tied the game, redirecting a shot from the point by Thomas Harley. Halfway through the third period, though, Taylor Hall stapled Rope into the boards, and he left the game in pain.
Yeah, I've seen that hit. That was tough.
That was
rough, not tough. It was a hit.
Yeah, it was a hit. He did get an interference penalty, maybe, I think.
Oh, yeah. It was a little violent. He was going a little fast. He
got a charging penalty.
Yeah. Maybe we did see this. I don't know.
I did see part of it, but I don't think I saw all of it. So maybe we got a late start. I don't know. We're very old. We can't remember everything.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long couple of weeks. So I thought at first maybe he had just reopened his stitches, but when I went back and rewatched it, his head bobbled around a lot. I'm wondering if it was maybe more of a whiplash thing. So that was not ideal. So yeah, Hall got called for charging, and then there was like a flurry of penalties right after that. Ultimately, the Stars ended up on a 4-on-3, and Miro Heiskanen scored, which would end up being the game-winning goal, but it was at a cost because Rope has not been back since.
Well,
so that's again not ideal.
That is not ideal. Well,
on top of all of the other many, many injuries that the Stars have, we did not need to be missing our top center. So,
well, the Hurricanes look good.
They did look good, but we took them down anyway. So I'll take it.
Absolutely. Take that, jar of nasty.
Yeah. I don't think anyone actually felt very optimistic about our next game against the Predators, even though they are, in fact, the Predators.
Right.
Because it was the very next night in Nashville. So it was a back-to-back. We had to fly to them. So it was like a traveling back-to-back.
Oh, yeah, right.
And we had just lost Rope. So we're even farther impacted. We did, however, welcome back Oscar Beck, and we were really happy to have him because just like the night before, the opposing team went up 2-0, but then Beck tipped in a shot from Foxa to get us on the board. So that was really nice. His first game back, first goal of the season. And then 7 minutes later, Wyatt tied it up on a 2-on-1 with a nasty little goal. It was like forehand, backhand, 5-hole.
Yep.
Like everybody was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was crazy. Like people are like, did he do that on purpose? Because it was so good. Like if he did it on purpose, that was insane. But I can't see how it could have been an accident. But so either way, it's insane.
Yep.
So it was a really good one. And then halfway through the third period, Mikko Rantanen scored what would have been the game-winning goal off of a pass, or what would be the game-winning goal off of a pass from Maverick Bourque. And he was very appreciative of that one. You were still in Florida at this time, I think.
I think so. I think I did see some of this in my hotel.
Yes.
But
and I was home with our daughter who does not like hockey, doesn't want anything to do with it. But she happened to be walking by the TV during the celebration for that goal and saw Mikko and Maverick and went, oh, they're in love. Because Mikko, like from certain angles, it looks like he was maybe vigorously kissing Maverick on the helmet.
Oh, that's right. You sent me the GIF, and
he was kind of shouting in his mouth at one point. Like it was very intimate.
That one angle looks like he's pecking him on the mouth.
Yes.
Yep.
For sure.
Absolutely.
No, but I mean, even for my kid to just casually glance at the TV and they're in love.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
She was just like, oh, okay. So the Stars took that game 3-2, and just like the night before, they came back from a 2-0 deficit. So it was really kind of almost the same game again.
Yeah.
And I liked that because we won both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Being down 2-0 is a good place to be, apparently. Play like you are playing when you're down 2-0, or play like you do in the last 2 minutes. Just do that, and I think you can win a game.
I think you've got a future as a hockey coach.
I think I do.
Right in front of you.
Yep.
So Tuesday, the Stars were back in Dallas for the Frozen Frenzy, where they faced off against the Capitals. Oscar Beck was back out, injured again, so that wasn't ideal. At this point, our forward ranks were so thin, we had to run with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. The 7th D being Kyle Capobianco, who we called up from the Texas Stars after putting Nils on LTIR. So it's like, that's how bad we're hurt right now. Like we don't even have all of the forwards. Like, we have 11 forwards.
Yeah. No, it's hard out there.
It's hard out there. So someone on Reddit speculated which one of our forwards, Thomas Wilson, would try to obliterate to put us even further at a disadvantage. And
Thomas Wilson. Okay, sorry.
Did I say Thomas Wilson?
I think you did.
I might have.
I love that.
Yes.
I was like, who's that? Oh, Tom Wilson?
Sir Thomas Wilson.
Thomas Wilson. How dignified.
Anyway, he ended up absolutely demolishing Colin Blackwell, of all people.
Yeah.
Who, our favorite tiny little ball of hate.
Yep.
So just crushed him into the boards. He did not look good, and somehow avoided a boarding penalty, which really he should have had. It was not great. So Blackwell, to his credit, stayed in the game, even though he was visibly in a lot of pain on the bench.
Yes,
afterwards.
He was.
Yep. He was not looking great. On the flip side, later in the game, Ethan Frank from the Capitals tried to hit Mikko Rantanen, but Ethan Frank is 5'10" and 185 pounds.
Oh, bad call.
And Mikko is 6'4" and 225 pounds and is nicknamed the Moose.
Yeah.
So it didn't work out great for him because Mikko just kind of planted himself on the ice and Frank bounced right off of him and had to be helped off of the ice. And he has since been placed on injured reserve.
Dude did that.
Knocked himself.
Dude did
out.
that to himself. That's so funny.
Yeah. Like people kind of described it as a reverse hit, but I wouldn't even describe it as a reverse hit.
It was just a reverse, standing there.
Yeah. It was a reverse standing there. It really was. It was just, no, he just was like, I don't even know if he knew the guy was coming. He just was planted.
Yeah, that dude is just like, I'm going to hit him, and nope.
No, it's like how Jake was like, he's so big, it's kind of scary. You're seeing him walk around about Mikko, and it's like, Jake, you are fully taller than he is. But no, now I see it. Like,
no,
you can just bump into him and take yourself right out of work for a while.
Yeah, no, I totally understand the Moose. Like that is straight up Moose behavior.
It is and I get it too, because Moose are kind of awkward looking too, with the spindly little legs and with him falling down all the time, very Moose coded. But then also just where he's real big and real scary too.
Yeah.
So it was crazy.
Yep.
So the big storyline of this game was that Ovechkin was just one away from hitting his 900th goal, and this was the Frozen Frenzy, and it was the national broadcast. So that's basically all they wanted to talk about. But Jake Ottinger said, "Not today, Satan." And
it was a shutout. We shut them out.
That's awesome.
So yeah, the Caps outshot us 24-19, but we took the win 1-0 with our single goal coming on the power play from Tyler Seguin.
Yeah. No, very nice. That's good. I do not like watching the Capitals games because they're like, it's a possible record-breaking night for Ovechkin. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Every time he scores a goal, he breaks a record. Like, let's shut up.
I know.
I guess 900's big, but
that's the thing. I was like willing to cut it like a minor amount of slack, but I still didn't care that much because like literally every goal since then has been celebrated as being a record. So like it's hard to care.
It's hard to care about Ovechkin at this point.
Like at least like have it be like every 5th goal or 10th goal, like 905, 910, sure, but like 902.
Yeah, I'm good. Like I know it's a record.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's just how math works.
Yep.
So speaking of math, Tyler Seguin on Thursday played his 1000th game.
See, I like that number.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice round number.
Yeah.
The Stars were in Tampa to play the Lightning, and the boys were all wearing T-shirts in honor of Seggy's milestone game. And several of the boys also wore fake tattoo sleeves, including Adam Ernie, Otter, Wyatt, Mav, and Essa Lindell. And I remember last year, basically like almost exactly a year ago, we played the Panthers in Finland, and the Panthers were wearing their bathrobes as their walk-in look.
The bathrobe look.
And I was like, I love the Stars, but they would never do anything like this. Mm-hmm. And I'm just really proud and happy that they're like having a little personality this year.
They are. Yeah.
Wearing fake tattoo sleeves, even if it's just like 4 or 5 of them, is a big step.
It's a big step.
In personal expression.
Yeah. No, the walk-in shenanigans this year, even in baseball, like I'm enjoying it. People are doing things. They're getting a little attention.
No, it's nice. Like Vladimir Guerrero from the Blue Jays wore an Austin Matthews jersey walking into one game. And then he wore a Marie-Philippe Poulin jersey. Yeah. Walking in, which everyone was like, okay, he's a king. Like, we love him.
Absolutely.
So, really awesome. Loving it. So this one was another low-scoring game. Brandon Hagel got on the board for Tampa, and then Adam Ernie tied it up in the third with his first in a Stars uniform. And I guess he used to play for Tampa, so that was nice. Kind of the reverse of the Stars former Star scoring on us.
Yeah, I've enjoyed him this year so far.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Yep.
Jake had some outstanding saves, and he also had a lot of support from the goalposts in that one.
Yeah, you gotta love the goalposts.
Gotta love the goalposts. The Lightning got the win in OT, but once again, I will take that point.
Yeah, I thought the Lightning looked really good, and that's not something I like usually say or think. Like they're a good team, but they've kind of not always looked that good this year so far. I guess. I don't know. But they looked real strong and real, like, scary.
I thought we were going to kind of get crushed. They looked really dominant from the get-go. And it was definitely a sort of Jake holding us in kind of thing. And then also just some, like, goalpost luck on top of that. But again, happy to get out with a point. Like, I'll take it. And then finally, the Stars stuck around in Florida and played the Panthers yesterday. So after a scoreless first period, we went down 2-0 in the second. But I wasn't actually worried because, as we know, that's when the Stars truly shine. It's when we're down 2-0.
2-0, it's time to play.
So sure enough, with about 7 minutes left to go in the period, Justin Ritzkovian was high-sticked by Seth Jones and drew a double minor. So he went down to the tunnel to get patched up while we went on the power play. And Wyatt Johnston scored in the first 2 minutes. Then Ritzy came back on the ice, even though his nose was still leaking a little blood, and he scored the game-tying goal during the second half of the double minor.
Nice.
And it was his first NHL goal.
Yep.
And it was a really good one. It just looked really great, and he had a nice little celebration.
Yep.
And everyone was really happy. And I don't know, I was just really happy. He's been working so hard this year.
He has been.
Speaking of little balls of anger.
Absolutely. Good for him. It was a cool sequence too, to like draw the penalty, get messed up, get fixed, get back on the ice, score a goal.
And then go get more blood dabbed off of your face.
Right.
It was hardcore.
That's some hardcore stuff.
Really hardcore stuff for a Stars player, especially.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was really proud of him. I thought it was great. Later, the Panthers took the lead again in the third, but then Mikko Rantanen tied it up again after absorbing about 700 cross-checks from Aaron Ekblad.
Yeah, that was so funny. We've seen him this year, and he does get like mad to the point of like taking a penalty.
Yeah.
And he
can be provoked.
He ignored it completely. It was like 4 hits, like nonstop. And then he just came around. And I don't know if you said it already, but he scored a goal.
He did. He scored a goal.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to get my revenge this way this time.
Yeah.
No, somebody said online that they think nobody explained to Mikko after he came to Dallas that the things he did in Colorado, he can't do anymore because he's not an Avalanche player. So they're not going to overlook all of the blatant penalties the way that they do to the Avalanche players.
Right.
So I think this time he was like, okay, all right, I guess I just got to shut him up by scoring a goal. Yep. And he did. He did not let them beat him. So it was great. We made it all the way through OT and went into the shootout. And this time, unfortunately, the iron was on the side of the Panthers because Tyler and Mikko both rang their shots off of the crossbar.
Yep.
And the game-winning goal was scored by Brad Marchand. And when he scored his goal, he pointed up at the sky and said afterwards he was dedicating...
Oh, okay. I saw him point. I didn't know what he was pointing at.
Yeah, he was dedicating the goal to his friend's daughter, Sela, who passed away from cancer this week.
Yep.
And it's really kind of impossible to have any hard feelings about that.
No, we watched the whatever Canadian news station was about that, and he's a good dude.
He is, yeah. It's his lifelong friend and trainer who he's known since they were 12. His friend coaches a youth hockey team, and his friend's daughter passed away from cancer, and Brad went there to go to the funeral, but also to coach the hockey game as a fundraiser for the family. And, I mean, that's a good dude. I'm sorry. Like, he's a horrible little troll and also a great person. Like, I think Razor called him like a nefarious troll or something like that, or a nefarious goblin. During the game, but like in the context of this, and was like, he's a nefarious troll on ice, but off ice, he's a great person. And I mean, he truly is.
You can't argue with it.
You really can't. So, and Brad even said in his post-game interview, he said sometimes the hockey gods are looking out for you.
Hey, look at that.
How are you going to be mad about that? I can't be mad about that.
Can't be mad about that. I am starting to get mad about Razor's lack of vocabulary this year, though.
Razor has been a little repetitive. He keeps saying clapback, noticed. And once you pointed it out, I couldn't stop hearing it.
Yeah, because he's known for his loquaciousness, and like I think that's a word he uses. He's got an arsenal of vocabulary that I don't necessarily love, but like he does.
He does.
And he's known for that.
Cadaverous.
Yeah. We've got all the words, but man, he won't shut up but saying clapback this year.
I know.
There's at least 3 instances of it this last game, and I noticed it before as well. And he's got Josh saying it now too.
Yeah, so I wonder if somebody's paying him to say clapback.
Yeah, maybe it's some kind of betting scheme or something.
I don't know.
See how many times you can say clapback during this game?
I know. I'm disappointed. Razor, you got to step up your game. Like, man, we love your vocabulary. Like, let's get back into it. We got to get him a word of the day calendar.
Absolutely. I also don't like the word clapback or phrase. It's just not, I don't like that.
I mean, I don't think it's for us.
It's not for us.
We're old.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know this has been kind of a long episode, but I feel like since we missed last week, we need to do a little something fun.
Okay, let's do something fun. I don't know what this is going to be like. So,
well, it's Halloween, or it was Halloween. So I was thinking about horror movies, and I was thinking about horror movie villains specifically. So there are all kinds of different horror movie villains. And I was thinking we'd go through some of these different archetypes and figure out different hockey players that align with them.
I like this. This is more of like an improv thing at this point, right? This is not us thinking about it prior to. This is kind of getting, all right.
We really didn't pre-prep, and some players might fall into multiple categories. So we're just going to kind of wing it and see what happens, and hopefully it's funny. So,
or we'll cut this all out.
Or we'll cut it all out, and you'll never know what happened.
Exactly.
All right. So the first hockey horror villain archetype is the slasher. So think your Jason Voorhees or your Michael Myers.
Yep.
These are like unstoppable, relentless, terrifying forces. They might not always be the fastest, but they always catch up to you eventually, and they make you pay.
Yeah. By cutting you up.
Yes. Or slashing or whatever.
Stabbing.
Or just playing hockey? I don't know. I haven't really put it all together. This was a very last minute thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have a few people that I kind of had in mind for this.
Okay.
Leon Draisaitl is not slow, but he's very utilitarian the way he skates.
He is. He has a conservation of movement.
Yes, he's just like, there's a blockiness to him, which is very sort of Michael Myers-esque to me. Just that like sturdiness through the shoulders, the kind of blank face. Just it's a little terrifying.
Yeah, no, I can see him on a street, like a dark, like Halloween horror movie street, and you're running from him and he looks so far away, and you run for another like 30 seconds and you turn around and he's still the same distance away from you.
And then you keep doing it, and then all of a sudden he's there.
Yeah.
And he's been there the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. I can see that for him.
Also, just with the frequency that he like hits people with a stick.
Yeah.
He is truly a slasher in the old school sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know.
He'll slash you right in the
right in the nuts.
Right in the business.
Right in the business. So another person I was thinking of for this would be Alexander Ovechkin.
Okay.
He's more in that sort of traditional, like he's real slow. Like he's slow to the point where he doesn't move at all.
He doesn't.
He just sets up shop in his office.
Yep.
But boy, howdy, like he's dangerous there.
Yeah, you don't want to go to his office.
Nope. No, if there's like I'm not up to date on my horror movies, but if there's one set in an office building, he is definitely the killer in the office building.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Are there any that jump into your mind?
Not for slasher. No, I don't really. Nope. Nothing jumps out.
I've got a few others in mind. Jason Robertson a little bit. Now, Jason Robertson is about as terrifying as a wet kitten.
Yeah.
But he is, he's not the fastest skater again in the world.
Right.
Although he's been looking better this season.
Mm-hmm.
He has for sure. But, he doesn't scare me.
No.
Not right now. He has scared me in the past when he hasn't been doing well.
See, for Robertson, I can't remember what movie we tried to watch. It was a terrible like thriller movie where like they're out on a boat. I can see him like in like a Salt Life shirt taking you out fishing and everything's normal. And you're like, this guy's a little weird. And then it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. And you're like, I think this guy's going to throw me off the boat. I think this guy's going to murder me out here.
Oh, kind of like a smiling psychopath type.
Yeah.
Like where he just seems like innocuous, but a little off. And
just
then
keeps getting weirder and weirder. Yeah.
That totally checks out too, honestly. Yep. So I think I was just going off the slowness for that.
Yeah.
But I think maybe you're right.
That's kind of where I would don't get on a boat with Jason Robertson.
For a lot of reasons, honestly.
Absolutely. One, you got to get on a boat.
You're going to end up with a farmer's tan.
Two, he's there.
I also think Tom Wilson might be a little bit.
I kind of thought him
in this realm.
Yeah, Tom Wilson. He could probably fit a lot of categories. For sure. He's like a super villain.
He's like a little flashier than a slasher. You know, he's not as like blank faced.
Right.
But he is relentless. And that is definitely what I think of when I think of slashers.
Yeah. You don't want to have a Halloween party and have him in the neighborhood.
No, that's definitely not a good idea.
Nope.
So my next archetype is the mastermind. So this is like your Jigsaw or your Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, these are not my kind of things. I don't like these ones.
No, me either. So they don't use brute force, but instead they utilize craftiness and strategy to defeat their victims.
Okay. There's probably a lot that apply in here.
I think so. For me, I went more sort of playmakers.
That's exactly what I would think.
All right. See?
We're on the same page.
Once again, we share the brain cell.
Yeah.
Any thoughts that jump into your mind right away for this?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I got some options.
Yeah.
I want to say Sidney Crosby for this.
Yeah.
He's so well-rounded and so thoughtful. And like, I think, he's never been like the fastest. He used to be a lot faster. He's not as fast as he used to be, but he's also not like an Ovechkin camping out in the office either. Right. He's just like one of those guys who can make things happen.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't look like he's making things happen.
Exactly. Very subtle.
Yeah.
No, I can see that. And like, if I'm thinking about hockey players that could like dispose of a body and not have it ever found, like, I think he could probably figure that out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, just because like he's so nice that he could just be like, oh, could you just dispose of this body for me? And like everybody be like, oh, absolutely, Mr. Crosby.
Yep.
And that kind of mastermindiness is a thing too.
Yeah. And there is something about him too. Like if you're trying to imagine him like with some psychosis behind those eyes and that face, you could, it's a pretty easy jump to make.
I mean, his nickname was Creature.
Right.
When he was baby.
Yeah.
Because of his giant lower body and his OCD, basically.
Him and McKinnon are kind of like Jekyll and Hyde or something. Like
yes, he is the Dr. Jekyll to McKinnon's Mr. Hyde, for sure.
Absolutely.
I definitely can see that.
Jack the Ripper kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if it's not a mastermind.
No, I don't know.
Anyway.
I mean, nobody ever caught him.
Interesting.
Where were you in the 1800s, Sidney Crosby?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Now, like,
maybe he's a vampire.
Oh,
maybe that's why he's so good at hockey.
That could be.
Anyway.
Ice in his veins, literally.
Yeah.
And like, not every playmaker is going to fit this role, though, because like Mitch Marner, great playmaker, not a mastermind.
No, not a mastermind.
He didn't go to lawyer school.
He didn't. No, he's getting caught immediately if he starts doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and he's like a little too fancy with his playmaker, like his figure skating warm ups and things.
Yeah,
so you have to be the right kind of playmaker.
Yep.
I don't know enough about his playing style, but maybe Nikita Kucherov.
Yeah, he kind of frightens me just in general.
For sure. So, no, there's something very scary.
I think the Cooch is a good choice.
Yeah, so I could definitely see that.
Yep.
Maybe Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, Quinn Hughes, absolutely. Yeah.
Or I don't have this archetype written down. I guess maybe Quinn Hughes is more your Victorian ghost child horror movie archetype.
Yeah.
But if you're going for like straight up villain, then I could see Quinn Hughes because he's so like deceptive looking. Like he just seems so like
there's a
chill.
How do you say it? Subterfuge with him?
Yeah. There's like a sneakiness and like all of a sudden, like before you know it, he's just like done all kinds of crazy things and scored on you and you didn't even know it was happening.
I could see him in like the villain role in like a Mission Impossible style kind of thing too. Yeah,
I could see that too. But also he's a haunted doll. So
well, I mean, absolutely haunted doll.
Yeah, I don't have that on my list, but he just is that, like spiritually. And that's fine.
He's a pale boy.
He's a pale boy with haunted eyes. All right, next I have the creature. So this is like Predator or Xenomorph from Alien.
Okay.
So it's a non-human monster.
Yeah.
A perfect killing machine built on instinct.
Yep.
There is no plan. There's only sheer dominance.
Yeah.
So this is your more sort of like physically instinctive hockey player in my mind.
Yeah.
So Nathan McKinnon, first of all.
Nathan McKinnon, he's unhinged.
Yep. Bulldozer, cuts through the ice.
Yep.
Like, what did they say? It's like he skates at the ice, like the ice made him mad or something.
Yeah.
Like he's just like an angry bull out there.
Yep.
And he gets it done. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think you could say maybe slasher for him, but I think more creature, really, because he's just more instinct driven to me.
You could say a lot of things for him, too.
There's like a whole DSM-4 entry about him, or DSM-5, whatever they're up to these days.
Yeah, no, he could be a serial killer. He could be like a capture people and hold them in his basement kind of person. He could be it all.
Yeah, no, if Sidney Crosby ever goes missing, we're checking his basement first.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, we've got basements in Colorado.
They sure do.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say Tom Wilson could be a creature.
Absolutely. Yep.
Just because, again, he is more of that instinct kind of guy.
Yep.
Just that like physicality and just like.
Yep.
And also just like Tom Wilson's so like emotional with like the acting, the drama.
Right.
And I don't know. I see that kind of creature-y in a way.
He'd fit in a B movie pretty well.
I feel like he'd be in like a Guillermo del Toro kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Eyeball hands or something.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange.
Yep.
I think a lot of Avalanche or Avalanche adjacent people are creature-y. Cale Makar, also a creature.
Yeah, he's not like the intimidating like physical kind, but he's like the relentless like a World War Z zombie. He's like a fast moving zombie, or he's a little different than the other ones.
And he's like slithery. He's like reptilian or something too. But there's something inhuman about the way that he plays, and where you're just like, wait, what happened?
Yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah, he's not like the giant physical intimidating dude, but he's got that going on.
And then Mikko Rantanen, who used to be on the Avalanche, I definitely think has creature vibes.
He does. Yeah, no. The moose, like some sort of like Finnish moose like creature.
Yeah, it's like our daughter just wrote this horror story about like a shapeshifter Finnish folklore forest creature thing. I could definitely see Mikko in that role.
Yep.
the Finnish death machine.
Absolutely. I was going to say the guy who was cross-checking him at the end there in that game too. Ekblad's got some of that going for me.
Yeah, for sure. That's just, there's nothing behind those eyes. Just that's like real Jaws vibes to me. Just doll's eyes.
Yep.
I also see Connor McDavid as kind of a creature.
I see him as more of a mastermind.
I also can see him as a mastermind because he is such a great playmaker. But that speed, there's something so creature-like about the speed.
Yeah.
Like, because it just is so fast that the human mind almost can't process it.
It's true. Yeah.
I think he's like 90% mastermind with like a little dose of creature DNA.
Yeah, it was a creature that learned to be a mastermind or something.
Exactly. Yep. Or a mastermind that like genetically engineered himself to be better.
Yep, exactly.
Next, I've got the misunderstood monster. So this is Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
Listen, they do terrible things, but it's like not necessarily always their fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they're just maybe a little dumb.
There's a little more backstory to it than just like doing bad things.
Yeah. I think Matt Rempe maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Is in this. Like, it's not his fault. He's kind of a puppet, you know?
Yep.
He's trying to be a better person.
Yep.
But they brought him up to fight. And so he's going to do that.
Right.
And he's not very good at it. And that ends up badly for him and other people.
Yeah, no, totally.
So I would also put Jamie Benn in this category.
Yeah. What's the category?
The misunderstood monster.
Yeah. I think you're going to get pushback from people on this one.
100%. I just think, again, his is like a little more instinct driven. Like he definitely does bad stuff, but I think it's more just in the moment, sort of like very, is it id driven, where it's just like immediate response.
Yeah.
Like the fucking like cross-checking Mark Stone in the back during the playoffs. So stupid, so idiotic, hate everything about it. I don't think he planned it at all. I think it was just like a pure rage kind of lash out thing. It was very Frankenstein's monster to me.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't know any better. He's basically a child in the body of a large man.
Yeah. I feel like the backstory there, like there's not much because you look at his eyes and there's like not much behind it. So like he's just kind of more instinctual than like conflicted or like, yeah. But
he could also be a slasher, though. I mean, he's a bit of a psychopath. Like he never really enjoys himself more than when he's harming people. So
that is true. Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But I will defend this because I am a Jamie Benn apologist.
You are,
and we all know this about me, and that's fine.
Yep.
That's okay. We're all allowed to have our problematic faves.
Absolutely. What about Bishel for this?
Bishel, I think, could be definitely considered this. I have him in a different category. I have him as the Avenger.
Okay.
So this is like Jason Voorhees' mom, Carrie White from Carrie. They're not killing for no reason. Somebody provoked them into it. So I feel like a lot of what Bish does is in defense of other people. Like you breathe near his goalie, he will mash you into the ice and reduce you into a pulp.
Okay.
But I do think also he doesn't necessarily know his own strength. He's just a baby.
Yeah.
He's just a small baby in a big monster body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a thing too.
Sure.
But I also think he likes hurting people. So
yeah.
But he's definitely not a slasher. I think he's definitely more misunderstood monster / Avenger vibes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's where I have him more.
Mm-hmm.
There's a protectiveness to him that I think takes him away from being pure misunderstood monster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Does Delorier kind of fit into that kind of mold as well, or no?
I could see that. Yeah,
I think fits somewhere. So I don't know what this category is.
He is somewhere for sure. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I don't know if I have a category that Delorier fits into. He might defy categorization.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Bishel's a special case for me.
Yep, for sure.
He would be definitely the one in the horror movie where I would be rooting for the villain the whole time. I'd be like, well, you know what? Honestly, they deserved that.
Right.
So, and that's the thing. Like in Carrie, you're like, okay, I don't condone it, but I understand it.
Sure.
And like, that's where I'm at with Bishel.
Okay.
Although he does do things unprovoked sometimes. And that's where you get your misunderstood monster from.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Next, I have the Entity. So that's Pennywise from It. It's death from Final Destination. So it's the psychological equivalent to the creature.
Okay.
It's malevolent. It's unstoppable, but it's in a way that messes with your mind as opposed to just your physical reality.
Okay. All right.
So this category is very Florida Panthers coded to me.
Yeah.
You got your Matthew Tkachuk, kind of your Brad Marchand. It's like your people who are going to fuck with your head.
Sure.
And they're going to do it on purpose just because they think it's fun and they get a kick out of it.
I like that.
So that's kind of where I was at with that one.
Yep. So as we go, I'm thinking more of players. This is tough for me. I'm not really much into horror stuff,
or hockey.
Or hockey, yeah. But I maybe for Mastermind or a slasher, Hellebuck.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
He's got some crazy eyes. He's got some intensity to him.
He does. I could see him as a mastermind, probably.
That's kind of that's exactly what I was thinking.
I think goalies in general are going to fall mostly into the mastermind category, except for Bennington,
yeah.
who is definitely, actually, Bennington might be an entity because.
Oh, okay.
But he's like entity, but also a slasher, probably.
Sure, yeah.
And creature.
Yeah.
He's a mess is what he is.
Eric Comrie could be a creature.
Eric Comrie could be a creature, but like a delightful one.
Yeah. But then goes, yeah.
No, there's like lots of hockey players I don't have in here. Like, Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith. Like, they're not in here. They're not monsters. They're cute little babies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's, not everyone's going to fall into this category. I do have the Minion next.
Okay.
Which you've got Igor, you've got Renfield.
Oh, okay. Minion, like the
Yes, not like the Despicable Me minions.
Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, who would be?
No, so like behind many great horror villains, you'll find a helpful minion who's there to ensure that they pull off their schemes.
Okay, yeah.
So like if Macklin Celebrini was a villain, then Will Smith would be his minion. But Macklin Celebrini's not a villain, so it doesn't count. I would put Zach Hyman in here.
Yeah, sure.
Because, he's, I think, like Connor McDavid's minion for sure.
Yeah. In
a lot of ways. I think Joe Pavelski was kind of a bit of a minion in the way that he was just that net front presence with the tipping the goals in all the time.
For sure.
At least during the latter parts of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Logan Stankoven, I could see being a bit of a minion. He's not really necessarily devoted to serving one master, but he's just like so helpful. He's just the helpful helper guy, but he'll like get real feral with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He'll do what needs to be done.
Exactly.
Yep.
And did you have anybody else that I skipped over for entity or for minion?
Well, when you said entity, I don't even know if this applies, but I just want him on the list, is Connor Garland.
Oh, yeah.
I want him somewhere.
Connor Garland, he's going to be in our last category.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So actually, I think we can just go there right now.
For the Misunderstood Monster, Zadorov.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I could see him a bit as a slasher too, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anybody else that we missed talking about?
No. I'm just thinking.
Just thinking.
I'm just thinking.
All right. This is my favorite category. I saved it for last. This one is the miniature maniac.
There's so many of those.
This one, like, think gremlins.
Okay.
So it's a tiny creature that causes a lot of damage.
Yep.
More mischievous than malevolent, but still very destructive.
Like Chucky.
Chucky could be that too, although he's definitely more on the malevolent side.
Okay.
For sure.
The leprechaun thing?
Yeah. So there could be like a range.
Okay.
Because Connor Garland, I think, can kind of be that. Like, I think Connor Garland definitely falls into this range, and he would maybe be more in your Chucky.
Yeah, right.
Your Chucky realm.
Okay.
For more of your gremlin realm, you've got TK.
Absolutely.
Michkov.
I mean, Michkov skates like a gremlin.
Basically, the Flyers, like as a whole, have gremlin energy.
They do. Yeah, they're small. I don't know. They're not small or tiny, but like when you put them all together, you got a problem.
Yeah, exactly. No, like one gremlin on its own isn't so bad, but when you get like a whole bunch of gremlins together, shit's about to get fucked up.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. Maybe that's why I like the Flyers so much.
Yeah, for sure. Brad Marchand.
Literally, I was just about to say that. I mean, Brad Marchand definitely has gremlin energy.
For sure.
The Stars actually have a couple of gremlins.
Okay.
I think Colin Blackwell.
Absolutely.
And Justin Ritzkovian.
Absolutely.
Both have gremlin energy.
Oh, this category is easy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And I love that for us because we, as you know, last year we didn't have any rat men.
Yep.
And now we've got gremlins, and I would prefer a gremlin.
Yep.
So I like that. this person is not the right size to be a gremlin, but he has the energy, and that's Mason Marchment.
I got him more in like the monster category, the misunderstood monster.
Oh, okay. You know what? You're right. He's a misunderstood monster.
Maybe a little slasher too.
But he's like a chaotic misunderstood monster.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I do think he has a little gremlin vibe. There's a little gremlin DNA mixed in there.
I think Caulfield and Suzuki work. I don't know about Suzuki. He's not so malevolent, is he?
No, and I don't think Caulfield is either. He's
you're right.
Too cute and sweet.
No, okay, take them out. They're just short.
Yeah, they're just because they're short. It's like Marner being a mastermind. Like just because he's a playmaker doesn't mean he's a smarty pants. Just because Caulfield's pocket sized, it doesn't mean he's a gremlin. Like he's got smile lines for God's sake.
Yep.
So those little tiny scrappers. Logan Stankoven could be a bit of a gremlin.
Yeah, he could do that for sure.
I think he's like so Canadian and like morally upright. He falls more into the minion category, but I think secretly in his heart he longs to be a gremlin.
Yeah, I could maybe see Philip Forsberg as a mastermind.
Oh, yeah, I could see that too. The mustache mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's not a villain mustache.
He's going to tie you to a train track.
He 100% is. Mason Marchment.
Yes.
Again, not who you would think of as a mastermind, but that is a Snidely Whiplash mustache if I've ever seen one.
Absolutely.
So.
I would put, Anyway, I could probably keep going with this, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was fun. There's a lot of different types of villains out there, it turns out, and I think that's beautiful.
You do. You love a good villain.
I love a good villain, but especially it turns out I love a chaotic gremlin the best.
Yep.
And that really checks out for me.
Yeah.
A little bit of a misunderstood monster, an Avenger, sure, but a gremlin, give me a gremlin all day long.
Yeah.
So
I feel like nope, never mind. That wouldn't work. I was thinking he plays for LA now.
Corey Perry?
No, the guy who played for the Flyers that we love. He played for like 3 games.
Oh,
Kuzmenko. He's got some kind of energy, but he's too happy too.
He's maybe a creature of some kind, but like definitely not like a villainous creature.
Yeah. He's a benevolent creature.
A benevolent creature for sure. Maybe what we need to do is like a cryptid version of this.
Okay.
Because definitely hockey players as cryptids is like a thing for sure.
I like that. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, maybe we'll have to revisit that one in the future.
Sounds good.
So, all right. Well, thanks for doing this with me. This was fun.
It's good to be back to normal.
It's good to have you back. I actually really missed doing this last week.
Same.
So, all right. Well, I guess we'll be back next time. Same bat channel or however that goes.
Yeah. I'm going to watch some more hockey in the meantime, apparently.
You say that you hate it and you know that you don't.
Whatever. Yeah. I like birds now.
You texted me from the grocery store talking about Thomas Harley and protein coffee.
Yep.
And that's the end of regulation for this week's episode of Ice is Slippery. You can find us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram at Ice is Slippery Pod. You can also email us at iceisslipperypod@gmail.com, where we would love to get suggestions for games and hear your hockey hot takes. Until next week, stay out of the penalty box.